Okay, and we are starting in 5, 4. Hey, we are live in a special home edition of Fattest Guys in the Room. I am Josh, your fattest guy in the room.
I'm Colin, and I am the fattest guy in the room.
You know, that's just not right. It's not right. Like you're over there, you're all by yourself, so you get to be the fattest guy in the room. That doesn't count. It doesn't
It's kind of
count.
it's like our new shtick now.
It's
I am now the fattest guy in the room too.
all
There's
right,
two of
fine,
us.
whatever, man, whatever. Okay, you want to
You
be the
know,
fattest guy in the room? That's fine. But you need to work for it. You need to eat easy cheese and get out there
oh, is
and
that
just
what I
get
need to do?
fat. You need to eat
That's
out every night
you
for
know,
years.
this dynamic has changed because typically I think of us like in that Simpsons episode where Homer says, "Oh, I love it when the fat guy yells at the skinny guy," and they're talking about Roger and or Siskel and Ebert.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
not like that anymore. We're both fattest
Was that
guys.
right?
We're
No,
both
no,
the
no, no,
fattest guys.
no, no, no. I am fat man. You are not so fat man in another town. In
I'm
another
Jake.
town.
Do you ever watch that TV show back in the '90s, Jake and the Fat Man?
Jake and the Fat Man. No.
Yeah, my mom loved that show,
What
Jake
what
and the
it
Fat
what
Man. I think it
Jake
was a
and the Fat?
lawyer cop show kind of a thing.
That's so weird.
Yeah,
It's
look it
so
up.
weird. Yeah, they couldn't have a show like that now. They'd get in trouble.
That's true.
They
That
would
is
get
true.
like serious trouble. Okay, so we're gonna take a minute. We're gonna mention our sponsor, QEH2. They are an IT company based in Denver, Colorado. However, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, they will support you. So right now, people are looking at costing or cutting costs, not costing
Costing.
cuts. No. They're looking for people who need to cut costs. And in this time of uncertainty, there are a lot of businesses out there who are going to see a serious impact to their bottom line. So QEH2, what they have done is they've taken that on-site IT guy, that on-site everything where you're managing it, you're paying, 4 employees to handle your IT, and it's completely outsourced. We outsource our IT at Fattest Guys in the Room over here to QEH2. So give them a call today at 303-688-7531 or go online to www.qeh2.com and get all the info that you need for, saving some cash, saving
Being
some cash.
remote and being remote.
Being remote. Yeah.
Like us.
Yeah, like us right now, right? Like QH2 set us up to where we could try to do this remotely, but
we're succeeding. We're succeeding so
we're
far.
working through it, and we,
Yeah.
we we can't like have our IT guy in the room with us. So we're, I don't know.
The
All
door's
right.
locked. Nobody should come in the room with me
Oh
because
man.
I will have some 7-year-olds and a 4-year-old coming in. What are you doing?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. So see, I get my kids here in about an hour or so. But we've got a 10-year-old up there, and then Shelby, if you're listening, you're beautiful. But she's also upstairs. She's working from home too. So I'm in the basement, and my problem is down here is that it's cold.
Yeah.
Like I'm very cold.
I am too in the basement as well, and I realized that the vents in this room, this is the one finished room in the basement in the new
Yeah.
house, and the vents have been closed. And so I woke up this morning and I had to go back to my room and put on a long sleeve shirt because I am freezing in this room. I opened the vent up. I opened the vent up above me, but because the
Yeah.
house is already at 70 degrees, the furnace isn't kicking on, so it is freezing here as well. So it's like we're in the same room.
It's like we're in the same room, right?
Like
It's
it's like
close.
we're
Like we're
together.
we're cold, except I have this beautiful background behind me that you can't see. So all you can see in this camera angle is my drum set. But if we switch to the other camera angle, you will be able to see my favorite food group in the background, and that is Easy Cheese. And I know those of you at home listening can't see that, but it is a necessity for me to get by in this world. I have my Easy Cheese right there in the background, ready to go.
And we'll have these up on YouTube, the videos up on YouTube real soon, so you can see the Easy
Yeah.
Cheese. Me, I'm sporting the John Oliver look of I am in a secret location with just a white background. And I
Yeah,
guess
well,
I do have, I don't, depends on the camera if you can see the corner, but next time maybe I'll actually have some, something up in the
yeah, put
background.
like a poster up or something.
That's
I
true.
mean, come on. Come
I've
on. I
got
mean,
plenty
I've
of
got
posters.
symbols back here. Like you can see
True.
symbols. It looks like I'm semi cool. There's a typewriter on the floor. I
What's that one?
mean, that's what, yeah,
Nice.
that's what that little briefcase is right there. It's a
Nice.
typewriter. Like old school. Like
That is fantastic.
weirdly great exercise for your forearms. If you've never used a typewriter before, try it. It's terrible.
Ooh, add that to the home workout.
Yeah. Spend 20 minutes typing on a typewriter. You will hate yourself.
Sure.
So it's one of those things. Um, but anyway, so we're gonna get right into it because we have spent about 30 minutes before you guys got here just trying to figure this out with our
True.
special edition. So first off, we're not apologizing because we need to do this. So
It's
I
true.
think all of us need to be remote right now. All of us need to handle this. It's a big deal, a lot bigger deal than I thought it was because I'm relatively young, but it's a big deal. And
It is.
yeah, if you're out there right now and you're worried, feel free to reach out to us. We'll talk to you. We'll hang out with you. I mean, a lot of people are dealing right now with just going kind of stir crazy. Just
That's true.
stuck at home. So I'm high extroversion, right? So for me, thank God for Shelby though. Like seriously, because if I was stuck in a house by myself, unable to leave, oh my.
Yeah.
I would be getting the ticket for $1,000. Like I'd be getting the fine. Like I'd just be taking it.
That's true. The having someone to share the isolation with, share the stay-at-home orders with, it's fantastic. We recognize there are people out there that may not have that. Reach out. We'll help out because a lot of this is just mental health right now is
Right.
dealing with we've been talking about physical health and running and
Right.
things like that, but there's a mental health aspect, especially of being in staying indoors, being able to self quarantine and things like that,
Right.
and you have to take it from that attitude of, well, is my mental health okay, am I feeling good? And I think that really just brings us into exercise and working out and running. It brings that sort of, well, I hope it brings that healthy attitude towards you, gets your
Yeah,
mind set.
definitely. Like for instance, right? So it's sorry, I got a little distracted while you're talking because when you said, it's great that we have it as people to share it with. Yes, it's great for us, for me and
Mm-hmm.
you, right?
That's true.
Like because we love our people, right?
Yeah.
Things I read the other day is think about all the people who are stuck in this with someone that they can't stand.
That's right.
Like there's couples out there who absolutely love each other, but they can't spend a ton of time together because they annoy each other, right? So that's
Yeah.
that's that's the thing I'm struggling with the most right now is trying not to be annoying. Because I'm a big personality. I'm one of those types of people. I feel like I would get super annoying after a few days,
Yeah.
right? Like Shelby, she could never annoy me, but I feel like I could probably annoy her to the point where I get in trouble.
I'm in the
But
same I'm in the same boat. I'm in the same boat. Yeah.
yeah,
I
just try not to be annoying. Like
yeah.
that's all I'm trying to do is just not be annoying.
Oh, yep. I think there's a lot of people in that with that attitude. Yeah.
Yeah,
But the whole thing is we've talked about before, there's still workouts that you can do.
tons.
You're still allowed out. I mean, here in Colorado, there's a stay at home,
Yep,
but you're allowed to go out and exercise.
yep. As long as you practice
Social
social
distance.
distancing,
So get out there, exercise a little bit. You can't go to playgrounds. Drove past
can't
a
spit on
playground.
people.
Drove past a playground and they had the caution warning tape that they weren't allowed to come. No one's
No,
allowed to
no,
use
they
it.
didn't.
Yeah, they
Are you
did.
serious?
They did. And it was
I
funny,
thought
like they
parks were supposed to be open.
not the playground equipment, and some parks are closed just
Oh,
to avoid congregating there. So,
that's
um,
sad.
yeah, but so we don't want to hang on the negative all the time because yeah,
No, no,
everyone's
no,
dealing with a
no, no,
situation.
no, no, no.
We're not in Italy where people are singing from the rooftops and playing music and everything, which actually sounds kind of fun.
Whoa,
But
is that really happening?
yeah, you haven't seen there's videos everywhere of people
Man.
like making little mini concerts and like just playing the piano for all their neighbors and everyone standing on their balconies.
Oh,
It
that is so cool.
it is one of those heartwarming, like, oh, this is the greatest thing
Oh,
ever.
that's
But
great. Yeah.
there's still positive things to look at for this, but we want to just focus on the positive side because we're still talking exercise, we're still talking
Yeah.
getting out there, and there's so much more positiveness that you can get from just exercising itself.
Right.
So, what in your life, how's that helped you? Like all this running, all this getting out, what have you gained from it other than those little shiny little
Yeah.
participation medals we get from running
Hey,
these and
hey,
the t-shirt,
the completion medals.
the
Thank you very
completion
much.
medal?
Not participation. You do not get the medal until you're done,
That
sir.
is true. That is true. You're
The
right.
people who DNF'd did not finish. Those folks
Did not get one.
did not get the medal. They didn't
So,
get it.
so other than
I
getting that
got it.
medal,
I
other
got
than
it.
getting that medal and your t-shirt, how's it affected you? How's it
Oh
affected your
yeah,
mental
we
health?
just dive right in there. So, oh man, I'm telling you, like, it's fantastic. So, if you can't tell, I'm at a point where what do I do with my hands? Like,
I've I'm holding something in my hands right now so they don't pop up.
But anyways, life in general just gets better, weirdly better. Like everyone says, okay, healthy at every. The whole new thing is healthy at every size. That's garbage. We're going to tell you right now that is garbage. And any real doctor who's not just trying to get your money will also tell you that that's garbage. It's garbage. Garbage. Absolute trash. If you are 300 pounds and you're 5'2", you are overweight and you are in trouble. You are not healthy. Now, the problem is, so the healthy at every size movement told people that it's okay to be fat. And I agree with that. It's okay to be fat as long as you're working on it, right? Just being fat and being where I was, 2, 3 years ago, and not doing anything about it is the problem. But healthy at every size did do one thing, mental health. So people who were overweight, it did help with their mental state. Like some people take it way to the extreme and they're like, no, I'm big, bold, and beautiful. No, you're not. No, I'm sorry. Not into that. And you may be beautiful, but you're big. Like just take the first word. And I know this is gonna offend some people, but I mean it's reality. It's
Well,
reality.
and coming from your point of view is you were that you
I
had that.
was.
So
Yes.
I'm not going to be as outspoken in that regard because I haven't had that, and
You can't, yeah.
it's not.
It's
I have my own opinion. When people are like, oh, it must be so nice to just be skinny. No, it has its ups and downs as well.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the biggest downsides to being overweight, other than the fact that your health is just awful, like I had a stroke. I had a stroke.
Yeah.
I wasn't even 30. I had a stroke, right? You
Hmm.
can't you can't say I'm healthy at every size. I had a stroke, damn it. Like, come on, people. But anyways, I'll get a little worked up about it. But anyway, so what it does though is being healthy, even physical exercise, just barely. It weirdly helps with your mental state.
Hmm.
So we're all stuck inside right now, and just working out a little bit is going to help your mental state. And I don't really know how it works. I think it's something would have to do with endorphins get released, stuff like that, that
Yeah.
helps your mental state. But what we're talking about today is long-term effects of getting healthy from being a chonker. So, I mean, I was
Hmm.
a chonker. I mean, little kids, they'd see me walk into a restaurant, they'd just go, "Oh Lord, he's coming. There he is." They could feel it vibrate the floor. They were frightened of me. They
Oh, is
knew.
that what happened?
That's what happened. Like, I mean, I don't know about you, but 307 pounds. I walk into
Mhm.
a room, little children, women, even some grown men were like, "Whew, that's a big boy. That's a big, scary boy. Look at that man right there." And
Mhm.
and and you think that, but really that doesn't happen. I mean, it does happen to an extent where people are like, "Jesus,"
Oh, you get a glance. Oh yeah,
you
and then you
know.
just move on. You move
Yeah,
on.
you move on. You move on. You give him a little wink. Be like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, you're gonna get eaten
You see
later."
this? You see this all you can eat buffet? I'm gonna eat all I can eat.
Does he look like a man who has had all that he could eat? Does, does,
I don't know if our viewers or listeners know, but I just set Joshua up for the perfect reference, Simpsons reference right there. The perfect
yes,
Simpsons
yes,
reference.
yes, he did. He get kicked out of the seafood restaurant for eating too much shrimp. Does he look like a man who has had all that he can eat, sir? I'm Lionel Hutz, attorney at law.
Rest in peace, Lionel
Yeah.
Hutz.
Oh,
Oh
that's
man.
sad.
So
Anyways,
so after
fun
getting
facts.
better, after getting
Better.
exercise,
Getting better.
improving physical image,
Yeah.
because that's what happens.
Yeah.
You might not see the result immediately, but you get the result. And then
Right.
how does that change your mental? How does that make you feel?
Your whole life kind of changes.
Yeah.
Your whole life changes, and people don't realize this. Their professional life is affected by how they look, right? And a lot of people will realize this, and they'll think that, oh, because I don't have a pretty face, I didn't get that promotion. If you look it up, like legit, being pretty, like Colin's pretty, right? So he gets things handed to him, right? I'm I'm not pretty, so I have to really work for it. So being pretty is the same as like being a white man in America. Like you just get stuff. And Colin's got both of that going for him.
But I'm
Whereas,
Canadian.
oh yeah, that's right. But you're in
But I
America.
but I
You're in
am
America,
Canadian.
sir. Okay, but anyways, so I mean, it's one of those things where your whole life kind of changes when you're big, you're overweight. It's almost like people instantly disregard you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how can this guy talk to me about anything? He can't even get that together. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't realize it. So I started in sales 2 years ago. I did
Mm-hmm.
not do good that first year. I did okay, but I didn't do great. And then this last year, I did really well. That was mainly because my attitude about myself changed, my attitude about my world around me changed, and my appearance changed. Like
Mm-hmm.
I can put on a suit now and I look great. I used to
Mm-hmm.
put on a suit and look like the Kool-Aid man. Like I was, if the suit had been red, it was the Kool-Aid man. If it had been white, like, oh, for instance, when I when I was in um when I was in the Navy, right? So there was a
Mm-hmm.
time in the Navy where I got up there a little bit, not as big as not like super big, but just bigger, out of boot camp. And then, I went to school. And then while I was in school, I gained a little bit of weight before going onto the ship. So my nickname became Doughboy
Oh.
because I basically looked like the Michelin man, right?
Or
So at
Pillsbury
first,
Doughboy.
or the Pillsbury Doughboy, it was all
Yeah.
white because I had the whites on and the little
Yeah.
little thing. Doughboy was
Yeah.
actually, it's kind of a hardcore name though, if you think about it. Like I really liked it. Like I
Yeah.
really liked it. But yeah,
Yeah.
Sanders, he's out there. He's on my Facebook. Hopefully he listens to this. But he named me Doughboy, and that thing stuck with me for a few years. Doughboy. So I mean, it's just people see that. People see that. You don't
Mm-hmm.
think that they see it, but they see it. They see it everywhere you go, and it weighs on you as a person, especially when you realize that that's what they're seeing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it used to be hard for me to put on my shoes. Think about that.
That.
How can
Yeah.
how can you be healthy if you can't put on your shoes without getting a lot of breath? Like we're talking about the COVID-19 thing, and it has like shortness of breath issues.
Yeah.
All the bigger people out there putting on their shoes, they were like, "Man, I've had this 10 years."
Well, and so that's what we want to talk about is changes. So the changes
Change.
and just that boost. You're saying that your sales, you were better at sales, just that
Yeah,
confidence level, and it's not even on the losing a lot of weight side of things.
not
It's also the just feeling good, looking good about your body.
yeah,
The just having that, picking that part of your body that I'm going to improve this part. And like part of the thing that I always try to work on is I try not to slouch. I just
yeah,
keeping my back up straight, but keeping my back straight helps me with my lower back pain because that's just
definitely.
chronic. But then it also it makes the upper part of my body and everything else look better because I'm
Right.
working on actively doing that. And so then I gain my confidence. I don't lose that 1 inch of height to slouching. And hey, and yeah, you're a little taller than me. You're a little taller than me, but
Eh,
I've seen the size of the boots you wear, and like there's like 3 inch sole, 3 inch thick
brother,
soles on
brother,
there.
I was wearing flip flops in that picture of us when we were at Steamboat, and I am considerably taller than you in
You're
flip
you're
flops, and
you
you're in
got
tennis shoes, I think.
you got me a couple inches of height on me.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
yeah, fine. We're gonna drop that.
But so it's the mental aspect of you just feel so much better. You feel so much more confident. You can just tackle anything. The the attitude that you bring towards work and you bring towards
Yes.
personal life,
Yes.
it's so much better. Like keeping that positive attitude, especially in times like these. Put a
Right.
smile on, Josh. Put a smile
Put
on.
a smile on your face.
And
Yeah,
it's
that
just gonna
happens.
help. It's just gonna help you. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah,
That
so
was great.
it's like they say. So I do a training. So one of the things I used to do is I used to train people on how to be support people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I trained them on the software, and then, but a lot of it was personality, right?
Mm,
Like you could have a terrible personality, like as a terrible person, but be great on the phone. There's a few things you have to do. Smile on the phone,
that's
right?
right.
And people say that, and I know people. I've seen people just roll their eyes, like,
Yeah,
no, it is a legit thing.
you
You
can
can
hear it.
hear, you
You
can
can
hear, you
feel
can
it.
you can hear the smile in my voice right now. I know you can, Colin, because
That's
that's a
true.
thing that,
And I
yeah.
can see it. I can see it too because we're on
Well,
camera.
yeah, you can
Yeah,
see
yeah,
it obviously, but I
yeah,
mean, if you notice, so see, I took the smile off just
yeah,
now.
yeah.
And when we first got started, like the first 5 minutes of the last episode, I wasn't smiling yet until I said the words "I piss excellence," and then I smiled. So
Well,
you
that's gonna
could
get a
you
chuckle no matter what.
you could hear that too. So what we're talking about is we're talking about how working out can make you feel better.
Mhm,
You don't have to lose 70 pounds and magically think your life is going to change. What changes is creating those good habits. Your brain just starts to be like, hey, you know what? I feel good today. There was a commercial years ago. I think it was like 24-hour fitness, something like that. And this guy had worked, he like worked out one day. And then
mhm.
he went to the office. He's all strutting around, right? He's all strutting around like, yeah, look at me. I'm big man on campus, right? And
Yeah.
then they like hey, he like opened his shirt. There's like a tiger on his shirt and stuff like. What they're saying is, yes, he only worked out maybe an hour, but because he feels like he accomplished something, he feels
Mhm.
better.
Yeah,
He feels
exactly.
better.
Yeah.
Like, hey, have you been working out? Yeah, just got done with my set. Got my pump on. You know what I mean? Like you just feel better. You're more confident. You're kind of out there. But yeah, it helped me in my professional life, my personal life. Just and I attribute a lot of my personal gains to Shelby, right?
Mhm.
Like, I really do. Like 2019 was amazing for me because of her. And but what happened at the end of 2018? So, 2017 sucked, 2016 kind of sucked, 2015 sucked. The one bright spot in my life was my kids. But what happened in 2018, if you don't know, I ran the first triathlon,
Mhm.
right? And I feel like of all the bad things that happened, all the bad things that happened prior to that, and then working my way up to that changed my attitude. And that's part of the reason Shelby and I are together.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if I was the same person I was in just 2017, just kind of miserable, we may not be together right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes. There's a whole because we've talked about this obviously in private too, but there's just been a whole it's a lifestyle change, it's a mental attitude change, and all that's changed. And now it's just the hunger that you have for life, but for doing everything. Because I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm sure we've mentioned it, but Josh has now claimed that we will swim the English Channel someday
We're gonna do that.
because we're
We're
gonna
gonna
do that
we're gonna do
because
it.
that's
It's gonna
just
happen.
that's the crazy we bring.
Yeah. And
And
remember me 2 years ago though.
yeah, we weren't having those conversations about let's do this, let's do bigger and do better.
Nope.
We weren't having those conversations, and now we
We
are.
are.
Good, and it's
Yeah.
fun. Oh my gosh, we have a blast thinking about the next thing that we're
Fun.
the cool things, the fun things we want to
Yes.
do.
English channel. English channel. When they lift the travel restrictions, we're gonna start setting this thing up, man. So we're just asking for, like $5,000 in donations so we can go do this. And
Well, now would be a great time to buy some plane tickets, but no, we're not going to do that just yet.
seriously though, no,
All right, all right.
no.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
oh, oh. Speaking of donations, though, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get
oh,
off topic for just a second
oh,
here.
Yeah, we got to start. We got to start doing some shout outs.
We gotta do a couple shout outs here. Let's do this. We are gonna look at. Oh, hang on. Facebook's taking a minute to load
So
because everyone is on it right now. They have
everyone's
nothing
on
else.
Facebook. So look us up on Facebook. Look us up on chubrun.com, fattestguysintheroom.com. Facebook
Yes.
has it as well. Patron has it.
Patron.
Patron, Patreon.
Patreon.
I know. I like
I
calling it
wish
Patron.
Patron had it.
I, I like
That
calling
would
it
be
Patron.
fantastic. Let's get some margaritas
Pa-
going.
Patreon has it. And
Uh,
so all of our stuff's on there. We have you can donate, you can submit likes, you can email us, let us know. We're gonna have the YouTube channel up and up real shortly. We've done actually some video recordings of most of our podcasts already, so we're gonna have a bunch of those up already, and then we'll have some more stuff of us just getting out and some things that we're doing at home. But it's that whole even not even having to lose all the weight and everything like that, just the self-confidence that you get
yeah.
just from transforming is just a fantastic thing.
Yeah.
So all right,
Yeah.
so you got those
Okay.
shout outs ready here?
So yes, I do. So if you go on our website, go to www.chubrun.com, or you look at Chubrun on Facebook, you'll see me. My name is Bo Moffat on there. I go by Joshua, but I also go by Bo. That's what my dad calls me because his name is Bo, right? So it's a thing. So Bo Moffat, my dad. You're out there listening. You probably are. Thank you for your donation. You're
Thanks,
amazing.
Bo. Thank you.
Also, this name, it seems weird to pronounce. I think it's John Doig, Doig. We also want to say thank you to you. I don't know you, but I guess my dad knows you, and thank you very much for your donation. So, a couple shout outs here: Bo Moffat, John Doig. Thank you for your donations. Anyways, okay.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
We really do.
We're out there just trying to help people and help you guys, help us,
help
and
animals.
help us and help animals.
Like,
It's just been really fun.
It's been really fun.
And so the other thing on the changes that come, the positive changes that come, the mental attitude that comes after you start working out and see results and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's also just you got to look at having fun. And the idea, there are people out there that are maybe listening that are like, no, Colin, running isn't fun. It's the most terrible thing. And I agree with you. I agree with you. I don't wake up in the morning and say, "Oh man, I just love to run. I want to go running." I wake up thinking, "Oh, I'd love to get outside. What am I going to do outside? Just stand there?" Oh,
Yeah.
and then running's a byproduct of my getting outside.
Hey, you know what I wake up thinking?
What? Coffee?
Oh my God, I want to go to bed. I don't wake up thinking I want to go outside. I wake up like I had to do the trash this morning. I did not want to go outside. I woke up, it's like 6:30. I'm like, man, I don't have to drive to work, but I got to get this trash out. So I'm just gonna go back to bed. Anyway, sorry, cut you off.
Well, but then there's just that when I get angry, when I get upset, that's when I love to go running because it clears my head so much. And
also for me, I just want to go to bed.
there's a fine layer there of staying inside of my head and just I'm getting just even more angrier. But as I run, it just goes away, just more angrier. It just goes away, and that's why I like to run. And at some point, yeah, there is some fun that's involved with it, but don't think that we're the kind of guys that are all like, this is so fun. I would rather be doing nothing else. No, there are plenty of other things I would rather be doing.
Literally almost everything else. Like,
that's right.
I mean, running is fun after the first like 3 miles. Then it's fun.
Yeah.
The first 3 are so awful.
They are.
That it's so hard to just keep going. Like I get,
And the races that we do. Once again, a shout out to Without Limit Productions. The party they have afterwards. They have people there. They will cheer for you. It doesn't matter what place. They will cheer for you, and there will be people waiting for you at the finish line, no matter what.
If you are dead last, you actually get more cheers than the people who are like in the middle of the pack.
That's true.
You get like that's what happened to me. Like dead last, like people were excited. They're like, "Look at this fat piece of garbage. That man is running."
Yep. So there's just that fun aspect. There's a social aspect of it as well. I mean,
Social aspect. Well, not right now.
not right now. Well, you could go out running right now, but
Virtual
stay away
virtual
from everyone.
marathon
But
without limits virtually.
virtually. But there's that social aspect of it. You're gonna find those Facebook groups of people out there. Obviously, you can't get together right now, but there's plenty of groups out there to get people out there running. There's
Right.
there's that social aspect. So if you're an introvert and you're sitting there thinking to yourself, I need to go out and meet some people, or I need to get out of the house. Although
Yeah.
introverts probably don't want that because they love
No, they
being
don't.
inside. So if
That's not a thing.
you're an
Yeah.
extrovert and you want to go find some people, look up a group and just, hey, let's go running. Obviously, you got to work out how that works right now, but
Yeah.
the idea of there's a group of people that are going to just love and support you. If they're not, find a different group. Come find
Find
us.
a different group. Yes.
Find a
Seriously.
different group.
That's a big thing too. If you're getting negative feedback, don't respond to that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just move on. Just
Yeah.
move on. Like you're gonna get a ton of negativity, and it may come from your own people that are supposed to care about you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's when you need to reevaluate and just be like, you know what? That's not cool.
Yeah,
That's not cool.
exactly.
Because even if you're, 300 pounds, 400 pounds, 500 pounds, my 600-pound life, even if you are, I was thinking about that. After this, there's going to be like a lot of 600-pound lifers.
It's
They're gonna
true.
have to. They're gonna have to just go all out because I mean, over this month of being on lockdown, people are just eating and watching TV. Hashtag
True.
Tiger King. Tiger King is amazing. If you guys haven't watched it yet, it is fantastic.
I haven't. I haven't.
Yes,
The
it is fantastic. You got to check it out, dude. There's
what I
so much going on.
A lot of people say that. A lot of
So
people say
much
that.
going on. All right, but anyways, if you're getting negativity, it doesn't matter who you are,
Hmm.
600, 700 pounds. If you're trying, we love you,
It's
right?
true.
And people out there, most people out there, you're trying, they're going to encourage you. They're going to want you to do good. They're going to want you to feel good. They're not going to want you to feel like a piece of garbage for doing it. The only people who do that are terrible people.
Hmm.
And those are not people you need to deal with.
Yep.
They're not
And
people.
not at all. And it's go and find the people that are going to love to do the same thing. There's plenty of groups out
Yeah.
there. And I mean, the side note of it doesn't even have to be for running, but we
It
want to
doesn't
encourage
look
running. We want to
so
encourage running and working out. So,
yeah, we want to encourage working out, but there could be someone who's really into board games, right?
hmm.
There's those groups out there. They're super into board games. Cones of Dunshire. I mean, they're just now
You
that's
forgot
a
what it.
reference.
You forgot it was all about the cones. Just
You
forgot it was all
forgot
about
this
the
is all about
cones.
the cones.
Oh,
Now
great! We're gonna
that's
start
a
that.
reference.
We're gonna start that series again now.
But anyways, so there could be someone super into board games. But you know what you could do with board? You could exercise and do board games, right? Like think about this for a second. Like you get creative, right? Say you both want to get in shape, but you hate getting in shape, but you love board games, right?
Mhm.
Make it a group thing. Something negative happens, you got to do jumping jacks.
Yep.
Something,
Push-ups, run around the room.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
ever play this?
exactly.
You ever play Spoons? The card game Spoons, where you have to grab a spoon every time. You ever played
No,
Spoons?
that
Okay.
sounds Canadian.
No, no, no. I'm sure my wife has played it.
Sure,
And it's
whatever.
like you
It's
gotta
got to do with
like
baked beans
I
and
for,
craft dinner.
I forget the I forget the rules because I haven't played in a while. But you have a bunch of spoons lined out on the table, and you put down cards and stuff. And then when someone puts down a certain card, everyone has to grab a spoon. And like musical chairs, there's always one less spoon. And so it makes for a lot of like wrestling, like trying to grab the spoon off the table before someone else. But what makes it really fun is when you put the spoons in a different room and then you have everyone like they lay down the card and then it's like spoons and everybody has to run. And I've knocked a couple holes in walls. I'm sure caused concussions too because it's just like a mad scramble. But that was fun and kind of exercise, but also just a fun thought of
Okay.
how to do
Okay. So
something
if you're
stupid.
poor, you could play spoons.
Hey, I grew up poor. I'm not ashamed of it.
That's okay, man. I think a lot of us did. I don't think I grew up poor.
Nah,
My parents
we were
they worked
comfortable.
their
We were
my parents
comfortable.
worked their asses off.
Yeah,
Um,
we're
my parents
comfortable.
weren't comfortable.
Yeah,
They were working. So,
yeah.
um,
So with all this, there's plenty of
yeah,
positive aspects. There's plenty of positive things that we can find. There's plenty of
There's a lot.
positive. There's a lot of results that can come from you just going for a walk, then working that into a jog, working that into a run. There's the physical parts of it, but then your mental attitude just gets better. That's what we found. That's what
things just get better. Things just get better. Like there's that whole movement a few years ago called "It Gets Better," and we'll close on this soon, just because I think we're close to time. I don't know. We left the audio running for like 20 minutes because we just couldn't get the rhythm right. The virtual thing is just not the same as being in the room. I don't know how John Oliver does it. That man is a professional. Like he is.
Should we pause for laughs?
Yeah.
I know I laugh. I know, and I laugh when I listen to him. Still, it's hilarious.
I laugh. Yeah, like I don't understand how he's able to do that. He's just alone and just able to do that. And it's crazy. That's crazy to me. But anyways, so there's that movement a few years ago called "It Gets Better," right? And it was geared towards kids who were going through identity issues, and mainly it had to do with sexual identity, right? I don't know if you remember that. It was a while ago, probably close to 10 years ago now. People doing videos just called "It Gets Better." And one of the things that we want to get out to everyone out there who's in this state where I was a couple of years ago, right, is just kind of miserable and didn't really care if lived or died. Just the one bright spot in my life was my kids. Everything else was just garbage, right? And it does get better, but you've got to make the first step.
Sure.
Everyone out there, you've got to make that first step. So there's an old saying, and I know I'll get in trouble. I will get in trouble for this one. Right. So there's a whole churches and stuff of people who are like, no, just let God provide. Let God do it. Just give it all to the Lord. He'll take care of everything. Right. Well, if you read the Bible, like for real, and not just listen to what people are telling you to try to get your money, it basically says God helps those who help themselves.
True.
And that is the same thing in your life. It does get better, but it's going to get better if you help yourself. And if you need help helping yourself, reach out. We'll help you help yourself.
It's true.
Yeah, I love that. I love the saying of how many of you guys bought a self-help book? Right? And then Colin raises his hand.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Colin raises his hand and he's like, well, that's your first mistake because you can't help yourself because yourself sucks. It's a movie called School for Scoundrels with Billy Bob Thornton.
Yep.
And in a way, he's right. In a way, he's right. But in another way, he's totally wrong.
He's wrong. That's your first step right there. That was your first step.
Your first step was doing the self-help book. The second step was like following through with it. Yeah. I mean, don't do the self-help where, jade eggs and goat milk cleanses.
Sorry.
Do the self-help in the sense that think the Nutty Professor self-help where you're just on the couch watching Richard Simmons clapping those hands. I mean, you're doing something.
Hercules. What was that?
Nothing but air there.
Well, let's end with that. Everyone stay out there, stay positive. Just know we're all in this together.
Stay positive.
And
message for today, too long didn't listen, is it gets better, but you got to get out there. Everything can be better. Yeah. Everything in your life can move forward. All you got to do, as my dad would say, all you got to do is jump.
Oh, yeah. And then you jump out of a perfectly good airplane.
That's what he does. That's his life, man. That's he's amazing.
All right, everyone. We'll have a good week.
Speaking of which, we're doing that later this year. If you guys want to join us, I'm recruiting Colin to get on that as well. So
I've already done it. It's not a big deal.
Not like this. We're gonna swim the English Channel, and then I'm gonna strap Colin to my father, and he's gonna take him out of a perfectly good airplane.
Already have done that before. Not with your father though. All right.
Whoa. All right. All right, we will see you guys next week. Hopefully, stay healthy out there. I'm Josh. I'm the fattest guy in the room.
I'm Colin, and I am the fattest guy in the room as well.
God, no, it's just not right. It's wrong on so many levels.